Right then, hello all, welcome back to Palworld HQ. This video is very impromptu. I didn't plan on it today, but I was actually going to go live today, but I can't do that now because I think the wife's just ordered a takeaway. So that is imminent, so I don't want to ditch out in the middle of a live stream. But I've kind of been doing a thing, right? I've kind of took over this little island on Palworld. So if we jump here, this one of the lower level ones. So originally I built my farming base here, the one that I have done a video on, you might be familiar with, but I've since changed this slightly. Yeah, if we jump over there, I'll quickly show you. I mean, I could fly between them actually, it's even easier. So yeah, this is the farming base I built on the island because I wanted to do a video around farming bases. But what I've ended up doing is I've then knocked up a breeding base because I've got fully back into breeding again and trying to build a raid army and everything. But I wanted it quite close, so I've built this one in the middle of this river. Well, I've got a thing about building on water at the minute. I really like just building on water. And I've tried to do a bit of a fancy thing with me zigzaggy with a glass look. Just to do a bit different. But yeah, this is just like functional breeding base, one level, because I find when I have multiple tiers, it gets overwhelming and whatnot. And then I've got too many breeding projects on the go. So I just like to have this sort of thing. And then, yes, what I've then done is back over on the plantation one. What I have done is I have bred some lift monks, all with swift arters and runner work slave, and a bunch of penglets. I already have my land balls. And then I've done 2 incinerators and 2 fox spots because I've got a lot of resources, which you might have seen if you watched my farming base video. So, I mean, there's what, 30,000 lettuces in that one. You know, like, what, 50,000 carrots, like, what, 60,000 potatoes. Just, there you go. Just, I'm never going to need that much food in the game. So I like this. And I've always wanted to have a really good functioning base with early level pals. Like, I just think it's really cool. So I've got this set up now. And then, yes, I wanted then a breeding base. I wanted to do a berry breeding base. Not a breeding base, just a berry farm. So we come back over here where we started. So if you're from the UK, you'll know what I mean when I say an allotment. I can't be asked to explain it. But basically, I just had this idea for like a farmhouse allotment base that just does berries. Because I like using berries for leveling up pals and then for selling for money. Because I think every 10,000 berries is 100,000 gold. But like the raid army I've done, I've just got them all up to level 63, 64 just by cooking berries. Because if you didn't know, every time a task gets completed at a base, your pals get XP. So if you have single ovens, so 1 pal on each oven, and then get them cooking berries, the speed they do it at, within minutes, a pal can go from level 1 to like level 40. Like, it's ridiculous. So this base is for that. And then I've also done another quick base over here, which I did yesterday. So this is like my raid recovery base. I had this little idea of doing like a base where I just put pals to just chill, recover. Like, this is where like the fighters just rest before fighting sort of thing. So it's literally just beds and hot springs and that's it. So I've got I've got the original tower bosses. I found out recently when I did this base and I thought I'd put them out here, I've managed to condense my Ozork tower boss, and I am just, I don't want to get into that, it upset me very much. But I've got Zoe and Grisbolt, Lily and Lylene, Marcus and Phalaris, Victor and Shadowbeak, and I did have, forgot what he was, Axel and Ozurk. I had it, and I've looked at all my Ozurks, and because I've been breeding so many for this army, I must have got mixed up with which ones I had locked, and because it looks no different in like the picture of the pal, it's just the name, I must have condensed it, so I'm pretty disappointed with myself. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just kind of taking over this little island, and I like being close. I like just like zipping from one to the other and it all kind of being here. So I'm thinking about moving my one over here. I had this idea of I wanted to build a base in the snow biome, which I did, and I enjoyed building it. But I'm finding when I come over here, I don't really know I'm in a snow biome other than these trees that keep growing through the floor. Like, you know, I've got to come outside to like give like, oh yeah, this is where I built it. You don't really notice. So this is it externally. I had this idea of building like a nice big kind of mansion with the idea of underneath having like a dungeon-y feeling production area. Like, you know, that's where the dregs live, just doing the fucking work. But up above it's all nice and lovely. So I've built this, and this is my production storage base. This is where I keep all my materials and everything. I've got all my assembly lines. So we've got my power box there, and it is a nice base. I did have a breeding pen originally. This is just like the storage room. This is the hardest bit to move. This is why I'm like, I might do it. This is basically what this video is going to be. Is I'm going to demolish this base. But yeah, and then underneath here, if we come through, got some little areas going on. See, the trees just grow through here. But yeah, so this is production. So I've got all my production lines all down here. These trees just do my head in. Like I say, I did enjoy building it. And over here we've got like a break room that I made. I think I'm kind of doing this video because I just want to kind of like, you know, you take a picture of, you got kids. If anyone's watched this got kids and they make something, it's like, well, let's take a picture of it and then you can dismantle it. And then if we go down here, this is just like energy production. But yeah, the general theme is I think I'm going to demolish this base. That's the idea behind this video. I'm going to demolish this base. Right. If we're I'm 50-50 with this. Oh, that's why I'm recording it instead of like live streaming me doing this. So let's go find a location first. It's about to be night time, so we'll go to bed. Skip the night time. This is one of my favourite bases. Plantation bases is always my favourite. But yeah, over here, we've got this unassuming ladder. And I've got my little tree house hidden in the trees. Complete with a tree. Ugh. Right, let's go do some scouting then. So, me being me, I'm going to want something that I can do fairly aesthetically. There's this nice little area over here underneath. So this is cool, like a cave. I just should have brought the materials with me. I'm going to run back and get materials. Right, so we'll just grab a load of wood, stone, palladium, fibre. If we do set up shop, we're going to want to build one of these boxes. So these guild boxes, I like to use them for the general purpose of when I like build a base. Is I get the stuff to build the power box and one of these boxes, and then everything else I can need to build anything is in this box, basically. Right, so if we should have a look, see what we can get away with to start with. Can I get a piece? Can I get a platform there? Yes, I can. I'm just getting a feel for the area. Thank you. God, it's so weird. You wouldn't think putting struts like on the other side over here would have any effect. Like, you know, once I've done these struts here, you'd think, well, why ain't it got enough support? But I found when it's saying not enough support, just keep adding supports until it lets you build the damn thing that you want to build. Right, we're cooking on gas. Cool. Okay, this is looking more doable. Don't need that one. Just bear with me. Oh, we've even got a little fishing bit. I'm liking this. It feels very Neverlandy. Okay, what I think I'll do is first up temporarily, I just want to knock up somewhere to move all my storage. But obviously I've done this as a video, so I can obviously like speed up and whatnot. The boring bits. So yeah, basically, I just need to move this room first because this is just, you know, there's just tons of, this is the shit that takes time moving. Everything else is pretty easy, just dismantling assembly lines and stuff. But yeah, I need to get the storage moved. It's a shame, I do like this kind of style. Storage. Huh, look at my little island. Look at all my bases. And yeah, could have like one base and try and do everything, but I don't like that. I like to spread out. I think having one base that does everything, you have early game because you can only have one base. Like, you're kind of restricted to what you've got. But obviously when you're further down, it's like, well, I'd rather have a base that just does all production and a base that does all farming and a base that just does oil and a base just for breeding. Like, I just feel like it's better. Okay, where to put the storage? Right, I like the idea of having it just like underneath here. Okie doke. I'm leaning towards just dismantling the foundations and collecting all the shit. To be honest, it's often a lot quicker. Power box wise, yeah, fuck it. Let's just start going for it. I'll time lapse this for you. Right then, I think that's everything. I hope that looks good as a time lapse. But yeah, I don't know why. Like, when you dismantle it from the bottom, just let everything fall. Sometimes some of the stuff on the higher levels just sits there floating in the air, and it's a bit of a ball ache to get. Other than that, I find it's the quickest way to do it. Right, let's do. Yes, it's gone. It's fully gone. We are now just here. I'm already enjoying the prospect of this base. I am. Okay, cool. I'm happy. I'm happy with this location. I've got a general idea in my head. I think I'm going to leave the water. I don't think I'm going to build on the water. I think I am going to do something with the production lines. Just all around the edge. I think. And really have the water as a feature, as a feature of the base sort of thing. I fancy trying to make it look like, you know, come and stand on the edge of a platform here to fish. If that's going to be a nice fishing spawn. But yeah, we've got the other base completely dismantled. All the materials here now. All my stuff sort of thing. I've got my guild box. It's got everything else in. That's temporary now at the minute because that's just got my hand in. Right then. I'm going to pause the video here and bugger off because it's getting late. I don't want to go chill with my wife and get to sleep. But obviously I'll carry the video on probably tomorrow. Right then, let's carry on with this build, shall we? It's been a couple, I think, it was either yesterday or the day before that I started this video. But we're in the next day, it's fine, it's fine. I've been doing a lot, I've mainly been doing all this bloody skill fruit tree farming. Trying to get all these sorted for my raid army. But anyway, we are going to crack on with this build. Right then, I don't tend to have a lot of prior planning when it comes to building. I'll just kind of go with what I'm feeling. So right now, I'm happy with this little starting bit. I'm going to put like, I don't want to build this any bigger, and I'm just going to put like an edge around this, which I might do now actually. Get that out of the way. Right, so that's around there. I've left this bit off because when I come out the power box, I like to just drop and then go to them. I won't lie, I'm a little bit jaded towards PC players because things like these fences here, they auto lock. I've seen it and I've googled it, but for blooming console players, it don't, and you can't change it. So I might do a video soon because there's been a few bits where it's like I'd like them to change that, and I've seen a couple of those 10 things I'd like changing in Palworld sort of thing. And I'm like, I've watched them, I'm like, I think of different things. There's different things that I think are simpler that would, like, you know, quality of life type things. Right, let's have a little look. So I want to keep the water free. I'm happy with that. That's my little fishing hole. What do you think? Do you like my little fishing hole? Obviously, you gotta kind of like do the best with what you can when it comes to like decorating. I wanted to get that penglit closer, but for some reason that's close to let me build it. I know it's for aiming and stuff, but it's a water pal. So yeah, first bit of decoration done. Fishing, sweet. And I can always use that area like up to it for something else as well. Right, let's start thinking of production lines. I need to put, don't know if it'll let me. Yes, sweet. See, my other base that I did, I had one of every one. See, it's annoying. I'd love to have, again, this is going to go in my thinking. I'd love to be able to build that assembly line for the aesthetic of it, but have it do everything that that one does. I think once you unlock the next one, like, you should be able to unlock the assembly line, but the capabilities for it. So then you can choose which assembly line has those capabilities. Because I don't want to have the advanced ones. I want to use these ones, the grotty looking ones. That's what I want to use. So we've got production, sphere, weapons, production. We've got medicine here. All the lights just came on. We've got power going on there. I need some hot springs putting somewhere. Okay. How's that looking? Yeah, that's more like it. But that was just like, felt like wasted space. You wouldn't have thought to put them there. You know, you were looking, thinking, oh, I've got to put it on top of my platform. So we've got the hot springs. I've got the food up there. Started to bang some beds down here, didn't I? But I like to put the carpets down. I typically use the red ones. Okay. 5-2, right. I'm just going to put these around this edge here, and then I'm going to call it a day. And I'll probably get back on this either tonight or tomorrow. It's not looking too bad, is it? I'm happy with this. I'm happy so far. It's functional. Like, as you saw with the base that I dismantled to build this one, that I went very, very all out aesthetic, and I might try and build another one like that some other time. Maybe even as well as this one, just for the aesthetic of it. But I liked the idea of building in this little water bit. I don't know what else I'd do. Those flags. They haven't built the flags. I know you can't see the tops, but I don't know. I feel like they look like big electric cables, you know, and you get that. So actually, I kind of like that look. Or you could just, the flags are poking out. I've put in the wrong direction anyway. Look, they're just there flapping. But yeah, I could put them along the back edges, couldn't I? But not right now, because I need to run in, get ready to go pick my kids up from school. So yeah. I hope you're liking this build video. Let me know in the comments if you are. If you want me to do anything similar to it in the future. Because I do enjoy building. I know I've had a couple of comments on my plantation-based video that I done, my guide one, saying they thought that was going to be a build video and they'd like to see a build video. So I will do that at some point. But yes, I'll be back shortly to carry on with this. Hey up, I'm back to carry on with the build video. It's been a couple of days, sorry. Just at my breeding base at the minute because I'm breeding Ozarks to condense. Because sadly, that whole trick with the global PAL box doesn't work now. You can't condense PALs that have got the genetic thing on. Anywho, let's get over to the noob. I'm going to fly there because there's something I noticed that I didn't realise first because it's there. Right, that way. Yeah, it's this way. This way. This way. This way. Duck, duck, duck. My kids will know that if they watch this vlog. Yeah, it's over here. So one of the things about having this kind of like my island is it's nice to just fly or like, you know, travel to your bases as opposed to fast traveling. So I did that the other day, and then what I clocked, obviously, which I should have knew to begin with, is look, my blue ring's up here as well, because obviously it's 3D. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that's kind of cool. And I wasn't actually going to use it. I was just going to show you and go, like, that's an interesting thing. Like, you know, there's space there as well, right? But then I think when I'm in the shower, I had a shower this morning, and I was like, I did this the other day as a bit of a test with a ladder. I actually dismantled the bottom of the ladder. I don't know if to use that as a gauge. Anyway, what I'm thinking is coming up, because it's a production base, and if it was like a lower level production base where I didn't already have a lot of materials, like when you were more early game, because you don't need a lot of materials to build this base. Like, you could build here quite early on and just have the normal production lines, because I've mainly just used wood and stone. Like, it's pretty typical. Like, you just have the saunas that you can make and everything. Anyway, I'm thinking about putting like mining up here, like the ore mining sites, and having it like, you know, this is kind of where the dirty gritty bit is, like up there, and then you come down into where like things are produced. I'd fucking love, I was thinking about it, if you could have like a lift, like a wooden lift on like a rope, and like you could have like a pal with handiwork that, I don't know, you go activate the lift and a pal with handiwork at your base will come and they'll wind it up and wind it down depending on which end. Like, I'd fucking love that, because I'd have that here. That'd be great. I'd have like a little, you know, because then it's like you bring in the materials down like a mine shaft sort of thing. But yeah, we're going to have a play with trying to build a stairwell up here. I did that with the ladders the other day, just to kind of see, hey, can I go like... So I did go from down all the way up the ladders. But actually, that gives me a good gauge, because that right there is dead in line with this. So if I can kind of try and do like a spiral staircase and I start to run out of support, I might be able to come from the top and they should meet and level up. So give me... Because I did have a look at trying to come around, and I could get a couple more foundations in. I think it stops there, and then I could get a roof piece. No, it literally stops. I might just leave that there for now. It kind of looks purposeful. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to try and go up instead. Just trying to think of the best way. I might see if I can go. We're just going to play with this. I'll speed it up and we see how we get on. So yeah, my idea works. So I left because... So what I'd done originally, let's just recap. Let's drop down nice and quick. I think I'll keep it like this. So yeah, what I did originally was I built, from the edge of this platform, I put a ladder. And then I just put another ladder. And I just kept going all the way to the top. And then once I got the ladders all the way up there, from the ladder, you can build a roof off the top of the ladder. So then I built these two roof pieces, which got me to here. Which is a nice kind of entry onto the top. So then what I've done was, as I've built this spiral staircase, if you look, I've kind of kept it going, turning right, and then I went left, because then the ladder was here, and I deleted the ladder, so then I knew as long as I kept then in line with here, because then this set of steps would line up with that platform that's at the top. So then once I got up to here, then this piece of steps just fitted perfectly with that platform. So we're up here. I don't know how well this is going to work for pathing. I don't have to change these for the Japanese ones, because the Japanese ones have like a rail. Yeah, I might do. Shit. Yeah, just because you can't walk off the edge of a rail. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to replace these. And then what we'll do is, on the edge of each one, we shall put... Oh, do I use Japanese? No, I don't go with the feel. No, I'll just stick with the normal. Right, I'll bang these on next. Nah, this is looking problematic. So I've put these little mining carts on each, like, platform level, just to kind of, you know, a bit of decoration. But the one on the top one, my Anubises haven't came to do. He's doing it from down there. That's fine. That'll do. So again, remember, like, you could do this as a low-level base, like early game. What I'll do next is then I'm just going to come down and double check I'm happy. I might put some like supports in, just so it doesn't look like a floating fucking staircase. I don't know. Do we want to? I'd want to do them in stone if I do. Right then, that's the stairs finished. You could argue I've gone over the top with like the stone and the support pillars and everything else. Because, like, yeah, if you wanted to, you could, as you saw, you could just build a floating staircase, spiral up, and it's fine. It'll work. It'll stay there. But I don't like floating staircases. They look silly to me. So I didn't have to put all these supports in. But, you know, you look at it, and as you're going around, like, it makes sense. It feels like you've built it from, like, the ground going up. Annoyingly, the only place where I got not enough support was here. I can't put a pillar there. Not enough support. Like... Won't let me put one on the top either. Even though like, I've got supports over the whole thing. So it won't let me put one there. And it wouldn't let me put one there. So yeah, little bit annoying. But other than that, I quite like it. I like what I've done with the stone. It feels like it's been built to support the structure that it is. Sort of thing. So yeah, the next thing we're going to work on. And it'll be interesting if the Anubises get up here. Should we just put a stone pit up here? Let's see if they come start working. I'll just bang one down on the grass. Run up the stairs. Go up the stairs. It was a nice idea. I'm going to leave the staircase there in case there's some patch done in the future. And I'll just keep coming in here. If they start working on that stone pit, then I'll know it's working. And what I will do is I'll fit it all out up top. I'll do all like nice platforms and whatnot for each individual like stogging. I was going to say logging site and stone pit, and I said stogging instead. So yeah, right, okay, so abandoning that for now. I do need to improve a bit on, well, they got beds, but I wanted to build a break room. Because this is where I was thinking of this little platform here. Can I come out from it? And then this will be the last bit of the base, I think. I'll come out. Put one there. Yep. Want one there. If we put one there, I can't have it floating, can I? So, Right then, we're done. I think that's it for now until there's a possible update with pathing stuff for the upper layer. But I'm happy with this. So I've just finished the break room. Oh, do I change that to a window? I'll put... I need some green on that. I don't like that. Sorry, just bear with me. I'm going to want some on the other side too, and I'll do that later. Yeah, little break room. So we've come in. Got somewhere to sit. We've got some racking. We've got some lighting. TV there. And then in this corner, we've got the toilet. Oh, sweet. You can sit on the toilet. Sink. Oh, I need a light in here. Let's get some lighting. I'm putting these little, like, candlelit ones on. I can't see. Yeah, there. Yep. There we go. Let there be light. And they didn't build one little tree. So yeah, little break room. But I like, on my production basis, I always like building a little break room. Little stove there. It'd be nice if you could light that. I'm definitely going to do a video soon of like things I'd like to see changed in Palworld. So we've got the break room. We've got all materials there. We've got just a couple beds there because I'd probably just have 4 Anubises and my Ozark for power. Depend if obviously I could build more beds. I could probably go underneath there, over there. I could have done another there on top of that bed. Oh, there's plenty of places I could have put more beds. I could have turned that building into like a multi-layered thing. You know, I could have built out here. Anyway, got enough beds for what I want to do. 2 hot springs. We did our little fishing bit over here, didn't we? Which I probably won't use because it's like a lower level area. But again, it's just the stakes. Obviously got a plant room with power. Nice little simple structure. Then we've got normal production assembly line. The benches, repair bench. And the power gear one. Going over to the left, we've got the sphere assembly line. We've got a little medicine bit here. Street lamps throughout. Next, right, dungeon on our doorsteps. That's cool. Nice aesthetic for the base. Then we've got our weapons assembly line. And we've even got a little skill fruit tree. So that's cool. I swear, like, the power's been gathering from that. Oh, they're in the water, man. See, like, they're in the water now. But if I come over here... Let's just do a bat. Yeah. Yeah, the other one was coming as well. Okay, cool. So, lower level should work fine. Even with the water there. But yeah, it's a shame that the idea... I'll put these flags up. I don't know if I'll keep them or not. How do they look? Shit, I'm going to the rock. Get out the rock. I quite like the flags. Flapping around. Kind of hides the stairwell a bit. Oh, and there's a chest in here as well. I don't know if I've got the stuff on me to open that. Nope. Right then, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. There's going to be a lot of speed run, like fast, you know, sped up bits. But this is just, I'm a vlogger, man. My main channel's a vlog channel, so this is kind of my style of how to do content. And I've not done base builds before because, as you've seen, I tend to be quite sporadic with them. Like, I just kind of go with the flow of when I'm building. It's not like, right, we're going to measure from here and do this from there. And yeah, I love it. I love having the power box there. I love looking over the edge to, like, see the assembly lines and everything. I love the aesthetic of it right next to this kind of tree on this rock. Like, I love how the benches are in there. Like, I really like it, really enjoy it. Have a go at building it if you want. If you like I say, even if you're early level, like, you just put the production lines that you've got or whatever. It's not that far away from Land of Beginnings. There you go, Land of Beginnings is there. It's literally just this island here, look. 367, 321. Like, it's easy enough to spot. Oh, a little bit of water I need to discover. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, let me know. Let me know in the comments any thoughts you've got, any ideas you've got, what you've liked, what you might like me to do, like, in future. I want to do a lot of videos, to be honest, just about starting the game. I want to start a series, like episode 1, like, I don't know, level 1 to 10, like what you do, like base locations, what kind of powers to go for, you know, different things like that. And then kind of go up like that. And then the next video could be like level 10 to 20. Like because the game's going to be like a full release later this year. I think there's going to be a lot of new players. And to be fair, once you kind of get into late game, a lot of it is just preference. Whereas I think early on, there's a lot of stuff that can be overwhelming, things you can be unsure of, where to find things. So I think I can help most people by doing lower level type content. And then once I've kind of done all that, then I might start doing more like end gamey content sort of thing. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I'll see you in the next video.